Goon Cartoons!
Man, there's this dude in the UK who was held captive for doing some spy work or something, or was doing a PhD thesis on the security policies of the Gulf. And they picked him up in Dubai, right? And they said they kept him in hand shackles, tied up to a wall, and he became scared on the edge after being force-fed dangerous cocktails of Xanax, Valium, and benzodiazepine. Like, come on, man. I do that every day, and I love it. He calls him have seizures and suicidal thoughts. He spent his time in the hospital. I'm like, come on, man. You go cold turkey from those drugs. He said it was psychological torture. They kept the knife above his head for a few days, man, and I can't do with that. I mean, you put a chicken over my head or some turkey, that's cool, but not a knife. Man, R. Kelly's having a bad day. I mean, it turns out he taped himself having intimate relations with an underage girl. Now, unless you're in Utah or Nevada or no wait, I think it's China, the age of consent is 18. I mean, everybody knows that. And if you're not going to abide by the legal system that was put in place to protect young innocent people from being taken advantage of by older super rich mediocre singers who are at the top of their game right after their first album came out, like a one and done kind of artist, or whatever you call it, one hit wonder, it's probably in your best interest to leave your smartphone in your pocket, not film the illegal activities you're about to perform, and send it out to your network. Man, Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, he's in some hot water down in Palm Beach. They have an arrest warrant out for him because he went to a massage parlor, and then his people said he wasn't there, and they're like, nope, he's pretty much there. We got tape, and on the tape the lady was like, you're Caucasian, right? He goes, yeah, I'm Caucasian. She goes, no, you're Caucasian. It's so small. Now you're spending 60 days behind bars because you couldn't keep your pants on in the massage parlor, and I hope you have fun being with all those criminals because that's exactly where you and all the patriots belong. Man, there was an incident in Alabama where these two people were fighting over some crab legs in a line. It was a buffet line. I know they were hungry, but listen, there's a time and a place for everything. They cut me, she cut me, he cut me. Then they start pulling out tongs and knives and forks and plates and start hitting each other over the head, say who was there, and those are my crab legs. But at the end of the day, man, it's those crabs are the ones that gotta pay. They're the ones that are dying. Now both of them gotta go to court. Because when you're hungry, you're just not yourself. Man, there was a big tornado in the south today, and I gotta tell you that when natural disasters hit, it becomes pretty clear to me that we're all just ants crawling around on a big anthill, scrambling for shelter. But let me tell you, if you see one of those big circular funnels in the sky coming at you, don't be a storm chaser like Helen Hunt and Twister, or get crushed by a trailer like the Wicked Witch of the West. Just lie flat, cover your head, and pray to Jesus the sausage pizza you put in the oven doesn't get burned to a crisp. Man, I would like to take a minute and if y'all would just pray with me for Jose Canseco and A-Rod and J-Lo, cause they're in for a big storm of shit. I mean, it's been about 30 minutes since J-Lo and A-Rod got engaged, but surprise, surprise, Jose Canseco came out of left field and says that A-Rod is sleeping with his ex-wife, this girl Jessica. Well, I mean, sorry for that visual, but hey, A-Rod and Canseco and J-Lo. I mean, what is this? Is this all of a sudden, are we watching an episode of Donald Trump and Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or you're fired, I'm fired, everybody's screwing everybody's wife? I mean, what is this world coming to? Next thing you know, I'm gonna turn on the TV and Jose Canseco's gonna have a home run bounce off his head. Man, that dude Pete Davidson, he's just going from hot girl to hot girl. Oh, I need to start hanging around him. He was just spotted at a Ranger game with that girl, Kate Beckinsale. And she's a real looker, that one. I mean, geez, I'm just hanging around at the coffee shop trying to meet somebody who wants to spend a little time with me, and this dude's taking girls and making out with them in front of some ice rink. I mean, maybe I got my game all wrong. Maybe I need to step it up a little bit and take them to the snow or the mountains or go parasailing. I don't know. I just need to check myself into a unit or some sort of deficiency place. Man, I would just like to take a moment here, and I hope you'll join me so we can just pray for Justin Bieber. Yeah, I've never really prayed before, except that one time when my truck was stuck in the mud. It was dark, and skeeters were biting me up and down my legs, to the point where if my shotgun had bullets, I would have held up a 7-Eleven for a large cherry Slurpee. I mean, if anyone needs our thoughts and prayers, it's that guy, because Lord knows he's having a hard time being worth only about $250 billion and having just married a super hot girl. But I get it if you're feeling super disconnected and weird and struggling a lot and how to spend your money and which field to lay down your new wife in. Man, there was this guy, he was scuba diving or snorkeling or, well, I don't even know what the difference is, but he was in Australia, a bunch of sardines swimming around, like a whole school of them. We're talking like hundreds, maybe even like 10,000. And he's swimming along, with his goggles, and all of a sudden a big whale opens his mouth and then swallows the guy, half of him, and the other half is like kicking. He's like, hey man, I don't know if I can fit down your throat because it's so small, this small, the size of a sardine. So the guy's like punching and kicking, and the whale's like, what the hell is this? You taste like a piece of rabbit ass. So he spits him out, and the guy's like, man, I nearly died in that ocean. Hey, this is Buck, and, people been asking me, a good friend of mine, he got divorced, and divorce, they say, is worse than homicide, and they said to me, hey, Buck, what are the top 3 reasons for divorce? I've never been married, but, the first one is infidelity, alright, people that are just not faithful, and the second is money. Always, it's like the answer to 99 of 100 problems is money. And then the third one is lack of communication. People aren't just talking anymore because they're always on their damn phones and on the internet and Facebook and all these stupid social media sites. Stay off them, people!
Goon Cartoons! Thanks for watching our videos, and remember to subscribe for more great cartoons. And be sure to ring the bell to be notified every time we upload a new video. And if you like that last cartoon, check out these other great cartoons. Go ahead, click one. Go for it. Click it.